Testing. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to try and squeeze this in. This is the final few holes of the Windy City Playoff Classic, second to last tournament on our tour here. And for season 2 of the Tenacious Golf Tour, this is Earl. And I need to maybe do this in order to get this set up. So we are... This has been a relatively uneventful deal here. So I kind of want to get this in because I kind of committed to myself to putting these out here, but this has been pretty much a runaway for Gil Granbury. It turns out Emmerich was in one of the groups that ended up not having a top golfer involved. So that kind of like puts the kibosh on things. Not only that, but in my case this time, there were quite a few rolls that were, shall we say, more along the lines of a lot of B+ golfers and not as like I might have had one or two that were just like all golfers in the group contend with B+. So when that happens, or B, there were a couple of those. So when that happens, you don't get your A's, your A+, and your A- all kind of like filled up the way that you usually do. And what that ends up leading to is a case where you get a leaderboard like you see at the bottom of your screen, where you've got Gil Granbury, who has shot 5 under par through his first 11 holes. He eagled the par 5 fifth. That was his first under par foray for the day. Then he birdied 6, 9, and 10 to get to -20. Then we have Rogelio Ryan, who is one of my custom cards. He is currently at -16. He's 4 back. He shoots 3 under on the round thus far, and is still, he's within spitting distance, but the holes are running out. Justin Wallace with a -6 round through. He did have a bogey on 3, but he had 4 out of 5 from 10 through 14. He's going to be playing 15 here shortly. He is at -13, but he is 7 back. This is what I'm talking about. When you get it like this, you end up with a wide spread. You get a lot of golfers who are doing poorly, and so I have played out these guys here. I haven't played out this Benicio Vazquez, but this should go pretty quickly. I'm hoping to be done with this by 10. We'll see if Gil can find this and get his next tournament under his belt here. As let's see, has he won this year? I'm just trying to remember. And if I get the schedule up, yeah, he did win the NorCal Pro-Am at Pebble Beach. That was his one victory. It looks like he's going to get number 2 here. And no better time than in one of these playoffs where the purse is $8 million, so he'll get a good high upper $1 million payday. So, let me check something real quick. Seems like everything's okay, but it is saying that my computer's getting taxed. Let's go here. 15 is a pretty easy par 5, although it says challenging with a dot, which means semi. Doesn't necessarily mean that's just a green marking. The hole itself is only 1 degree of course difficulty, so that indicates a relatively easy hole. It's par 4, 390 yards. There is water in play over here on the right side, so we just got to watch out for that for Justin Wallace. So he's got a chance maybe to catch up to Rogelio Ryan here and maybe take second if he can get through here. Let's see what happens. But he gets a 5, and it's 13, so 13 is going to be this little diamond with dots is the sand, and it's with his second shot. So he tries to hit his approach into the green, and it finds the bunker. Green 1, though, is he chunky? We look under recovery. He's not, so that leads to a pin check. Right? It was, yes, second shot. So Pin check, we roll the white die and the decider. If it's 1 and dot, it's in. Otherwise, we look off the pin chart. 1 but no dot. He does not make it. It just singes the edge, but it leaves him with a gimme par, and he will stay minus 13. Whoops. What did I just do? What was my active window? It's this. Hope I didn't mess with anything. All right, let's keep on moving. So that means that here I need to do Vasquez. It's a neutral hole. Neutral 3 is a par. Okay. Oh, man. My hitting of the keyboard is not working so well today. Okay, par 5, 14th. Something about this course is it's got a couple of tough par 5s, and this is another one. It will be Yunli Song playing first here on the 609-yard par 5. He is a semi-bomber, so some of the time he can get semi-cordial. Okay, 2 is going to be 16. That's going to be sand and 1 on a par 5. Green 6. Sandy, no. He's not, so it's an easy putt for par. The caution symbol means it's going to be a moderate. So 1 to 5 is a make, and he does. So he will par the 14th. Gareth Leonard, who is pretty high up in our standings as we go into this tour final at Peachtree, which is better known as East Lake. He still has extra control, so the 4 would get him control on this par 5. But he is at minus 9, so not in very good shape. He's going to accept a par with the blue chip because of the white 6. Okay, back to 13. Pretty easy par 3 here for Ryan and Jae-Gun Woo. Woo has had his struggles. He's 1 over so far through 13 holes. Ryan, as we talked about, minus 3. And this is a 245-yard par 3, but still it's relatively easy. We do have some water to watch out for, but it's only when we get that white 5. Only 1 degree of course difficulty. As long as they hit a good wood in there, they have a chance at a birdie. And 1, 2, 4. It's not firm, so we go to Golf Cam Green. It's not challenging. So the par 3, Golf Cam Green. Is it challenging or is he a hacker? Neither of those are true. He has a clutch birdie putt. He is semi-gold, so we play 1 to 4 on this. And he misses, so he will earn a red chip. And now an easy par putt to follow up. That would be 6-6 miss, so he makes it. Jae-Gun Woo. And there is 1, 2, 3. That's a Golf Cam Green result again, and there's a green 1. So not challenging. He's not a hacker as well, so a clutch putt for birdie for him. He's semi-rust. He's going to have to use the blue chip to make himself semi-gold. He's hoping for the 1 to 4 roll that Ryan didn't get, but he still gets a 5 now. He doesn't earn a red chip. You can't earn a chip when you spent one, so let's do the easy par, which he makes. Too bad. Both those guys had makeable birdie putts, but they just couldn't follow through with a good stroke. So 476-yard par 4, the 12th. Our leader Granbury, and then Bob Demmelmeyer's playing partner, who's minus 13. 7 back. He's going to have to start making some noise here, or else it's going to be pretty easy going for Granbury. Ryan really could have used that birdie putt because that would have gotten him to within 3. But anyway, we have a big oak tree right here that could be a real problem, but hopefully they don't get a 4 or a 5. Demmelmeyer to go first. He gets a 4, and that's 46. It's going to be in the trees in 1. And then a green 5 is he's not a master, so he has a difficult par putt. 1 to 3 is a difficult par, and he misses that. So now a moderate bogey on a 1 to 5, and he gets the same thing. Easy double, which he makes, and Demmelmeyer takes a double bogey. 9 back now. The field is just thinning out. Now Granbury up. He has extra control, so only a 5 would count against him. So he gets control of this on 1, 2, 5 because he has extra control. He got it through the perks and issues roll before we started. he earned extra control. So 125, is he a bomber? No, he's a shaper. So no, he's not a hacker either. So we go to Golf Cam Green, a green 1. It's not challenging, and he's not a scatter golfer. So shaper is the opposite of scatter. So this is going to be a birdie chance. Clutch birdie, he's 1-3. So to make this, he's got to be a 50%. He's neutral, and it's in. He is rocking this course. No bogey so far. Drops to -6 on the day, -21 for the tournament. He is lapping the field here right now. 5 ahead. Hi, Jerry. Great. Hope it's a great Sunday for you as we end baseball season. Probably the weirdest baseball season aside from potentially the strike years, but nonetheless, they got it in. My Phillies ended up on the wrong end of things, even with an expanded playoff, but in any regard, that's all she wrote, and now we'll see what happens with these playoffs. They're going to get started here pretty soon, and then, of course, not everybody's into the gridiron at this point, but I am, and if you could see me, I am definitely in 3-0 garb. All right, so let's keep on moving here. 16th is a par 4, 444 yards. If you've got one blue chip, you can take control of this because there's no daunting nature to it. Historic hole, scene of the miraculous 1999 shot, immortalized with a plaque. I don't know who hit that. For all I know, it could be Tiger, but I should look it up. Elevated green means club selection here is crucial. Pars will be in relatively short supply. Okay, Justin Wallace, he has 4 birdies on the back. Can he get another one? It's going to be tough here. Oh, he gets quad 6s, which means a special result. So maybe this is the one way he can have a chance at a birdie or maybe even eagle here. So let's roll the white and the black. Let's see what happens. Level 1 par 4 chart. 66, long drive from the tee. Iron rolls onto the green, wanders towards the hole. It's in there, an eagle on a 444-yard hole. That's pretty preposterous. But Justin Wallace will jump to -15, and that will help his opportunity to maybe get a top 2 finish here if Ryan falters. There's a par for Benicio Vasquez as we're playing him out of contention. He is currently -5. He is 16 back. So, let's see. Let's go wiki while I'm flipping these cards and look up Medina. So this is Temple of the Shrine, which is the fictional name for Medina Country Club, which is a Shriners club in suburban Chicago. So 1999, Tiger Woods won his first PGA championship, second major. Does it say anything? Round summaries. Let's see. See if it has any verbiage at the end. No, it doesn't. But I'm assuming. So this was 16, right? Yeah, Woods took a birdie on 16, so he was probably the one that hit the memorable shot. Nah, actually no. He took a. Looks like, did he take a bogey? It looks weird because they use a different one. Yeah, Jerry, I feel the same way when it came to the baseball. I had a tough time getting invested in that myself, especially once, that first series, being a Phillies fan, I was into it. I think they lost 2 or 3 to Miami, and then all of this, or no, maybe it was just 2. They had either 1-1 or they lost 2 in a row, and then all of a sudden it was like, bam, they shut it down because the stupid Marlin players had gone to a nightclub down in Atlanta and picked up COVID. Idiots. And, of course, they make the playoffs and the Phillies don't. I kind of feel like you should be disqualified once you end up doing something that stupid. But, of course, that's not the way baseball looks at it. Derek Jeter's their CEO, and, hey, he could do no wrong. Anyway, so here's Yun Lee's song on the 15th. I'm sure I will get lots of love for that statement. 125. A bomber, Yun Lee's song, he is half of the time, and unfortunately this is the part that he isn't. So now hacker, he's not a hacker. So we go to Golf Cam Green. Par 4, green 5. Friendly, no. Challenging, we got a re-roll for challenging, and it's still no. So he's going to be lucky because of that. Now he's got an easy par putt. That would have been he would have needed a clutch putt for bogey if that had come up wrong. With a dot. So, Gareth Leonard. Easy hole here. We should see a birdie maybe, but let's take a look. 226. Yeoman or Gilded. He's neither of those. A champion? No, he's a hero. That's been kind of like the theme of my tournament so far. Anytime I get to the iron shots, if the guy has champion, it asks hero, and if he's got hero, it asks champion. It's kind of like back and forth, never getting there. So it's going to be Golf Cam Green again, and it's not friendly and he's not laser, so it's going to be a clutch par putt. 1 to 4, he's going to take his chances here, and it will pay off. That's a par. He'll earn another blue chip. Hey, Tribe fan, end of the season, man. I guess the Indians got in. I believe so. But like Jerry, I didn't get to pay much attention to this season. Felt like the COVID stoppage right off the bat kind of like put the kibosh on me to an extent because the Phillies were affected by it. All right, so Rogelio Ryan on this relatively tough par 5. And it's going to be 56. It's Golf Cam course. So he's not bomber. So he can't. This is not going to be. There's no change to it. It's going to be semi-daunting. Of course, it's not daunting here. So what do we have? Green 1. Cordial or laser? It's not cordial. He's not laser. He has a clutch putt for par necessary. 1 to 4, and he clears out the red chip. And he misses it. So he'll need an easy bogey. And that's pretty much going to put the icing on the cake here, I think. He needed birdies galore, and with a bogey, that pretty much seals the fate. It looks like Granbury is going to win this going away. Let's get Jay Gun Woo going here. He is going to be 25, which is sand and 3. Green 4, chunky. He's not chunky, so an easy par putt. Of course, we make it moderate because of the caution symbol. And he does make that. That would be a 1 to 5, 86% chance. Jerry likes my commentary on Jeter and the Marlins. Yeah, well, anytime you see Mike Stanton with the Yankees, and I'll use Mike Stanton because he probably doesn't like people using it, but they should. And when you see him with the Yankees, you can thank Derek Jeter for that. For a song, really. Anyway, for Real Muto, they got Sanchez, who's had a pretty decent season. But all right, Gil Granbury here at the easy par 3. If he could get another birdie here, this would just be icing on his cake. But he gets a 5. It's going to be Golf Cam course, and it's cordial, so he will get. He's had very good luck today, and it's just going to keep going for him. And I've been talking with Larry Rice, who's a follower of a lot of these tournaments. it's tough to get golfers who don't have gold or semi-gold qualities for putting. Granbury is one who is neutral. He's going to need a clutch putt for birdie here, though, probably. 2 on the par 3. Cordial, yes, it is. Clutch putt for birdie. He's going to need a 1 to 3, or else he's going to pick up a red chip. And it's a 5, so a red chip. He needs an easy par putt. He holes it out, so not everything's going swimmingly for Granbury, but he'll take his par and head on down the road. Demmelmeyer coming off a double. I mean, we should probably have everybody except Ryan Wallace and Ryan and Wallace would be the only 2 that aren't out of contention. So 2 is going to be 3-4-4 on the par 3 chart. Utility's not, so it's going to be an experience check. 3 asks if he's prospect. He isn't, so he'll have an easy birdie putt. I'm going to try and make it, keep the blue chip, and he makes it. So that's a birdie for Demmelmeyer. Gets one of those shots he lost on 12 back with the double bogey. So Gil Granbury 6 up on Wallace and Ryan. Wallace with a nice round here today. To the 17th with Wallace and Vasquez, who's out of contention. Another easy hole. Par 3. Some water, but if you play an accurate tee shot, it's an easy birdie. That's what it says right there on the card. So here is Justin Wallace coming off the eagle at 16. And it's 1-1-2. Gilded, he is not, so he has a moderate birdie putt. Needs a 1 or a 2 for solo second. It's in. Justin Wallace, -9, having the round of his life here. He's taking it to second place. Vasquez, Cordial, 3 is a par. We're going to keep going. Okay, 16th. It'll be Yun Lee Song. He will use the chip to take control of this hole. 3-3-5, par 4. Is he king? No. Is he hero? Yes, he is. He's got an easy birdie putt. 1 to 4. That would get him back to double digits. And he misses it. Easy par. Wait. It was an easy birdie. That's a gimme par. He does make that, but Leonard will use a chip and gain control, even though he has extra control. 1-1-5, Yeoman or Scatter or Utility, none of those. It's going to be a moderate putt for birdie for him. He will hold on to his chips, needs a 1 or a 2, and it's a 4. So, easy par in the hole. 15, Jae Gun Woo at this. Again, this would be a potential time to make up some ground, but nothing doing here so far. Wallace is the only guy who's really, if he could put one more birdie in on 18. He doesn't have any chips though, which is going to make it tough. If you get another birdie, get to -17, maybe that puts the pressure on Granbury. But here's Rogelli or Ryan with 2 red chips. 2, 3, 4. Direct, no. Dynamic. Semi-dynamic with a dot. He's going to have an easy putt for birdie. So, 1 to 4. And he gets a 6. So, he's going to use a red chip to take the gimme to easy for par. And he does make that. So, jumped out of the tub, but we're still in good shape. Hey, Brandon, this is golf, but it's also pretty much a runaway victory here for Gil Granbury, who, again, this had one of the weirdest roll combos for the third round that I've had in a long time. Literally, I had tons of B plus and B golfers and not many in A's. So that's where we have this kind of like disparity. We've got a few golfers in double digits, only 5 of them right now. And then we have all these guys at -9 or below, and a lot of them are just, I've had to play out of contention. But glad you're here, and we will see how this plays out at the end. Bob Demmelmeyer going to start off a birdie here on the 14th. He is a semi-bomber, so maybe he'll get a chance to make this cordial. Except he's going to take the 6, and he will take his par. He could, he could attack the green on this, but I hardly ever do that unless it's like he needs a birdie badly on the last hole. We might need to do that with Wallace. You never know. Okay, Granbury does have a red chip he needs to use. Well, he gets rid of it right there with a white 6. He will take an easy par, like a patient par. So, okay. Wallace will post his score here. Let's see what that will look like. Almost 450 yards. A 1 or a 2 on the white die would be his chance at a birdie, maybe. You got 3 degrees of course difficulty. Main feature of this hole is a green that's been elevated almost 1 story higher than the tee. So, we'll see now. Again, champion or laser, which Wallace is neither of those. You could ignore that little doohickey, the caution symbol. So here's Wallace. Can he get a 1 or a 2 on the white die? And it's a 4, so no. 13, sand and 2. A green 1, he should have a chance at maybe holing this out. So sand and 2, green 1, he's not chunky, so pin chance. Needs a 1 and a dot to run it to -17. Can he get it? It's 4, so no. It's going to be a moderate par putt. Actually, we make that difficult because of the caution symbol. He's not champion or laser. 1 to 3, he does make it. So a nice, cool 63 there for Justin Wallace. Puts the clubhouse lead at -16. Vazquez on a semi-daunting out of contention roll is going to be par. And so 77 for him, not so stellar. He'll finish at -5. So, yeah, we were just remarking about baseball being over, and, I'm into NFL right now. Not everybody is. I don't really want to add too much commentary to it all. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay, Lee Song. This is a guy who, with this par 3, maybe he could get it back to double digits because this is a birdie hole for him. He's got champion, hero, and laser irons. So he's a guy that can hone in on this if he gets the right roll. 1, 3, 6. Hero or dynamic, and also he's semi-dynamic, but he's hero. That's good enough. Easy birdie putt. Doesn't have any blue chips, but he could on a 1 to 4. Oh, and he misses it. Ah, man. Boy, there's a par for Yun Lee Song. He's got 1 hole left. And Gareth Leonard, see what he's got going on. 3, 3, 5. Hero, he is a hero. He will have an easy birdie putt. He's going to hang on to the blue chips so he can take control. Again, another guy who could get to 10 under with a birdie. 1 to 4. And it's in. It was the green die, and it is a birdie. So he gets to -10. So let's see if I can. We're at only half an hour. We should be done here in pretty much no time. 16th, Jae Gun Woo. He'll, with champion quality, he'll go ahead and take control on this 5-degree hole. 4, 6, 6. Shaper, no. Is he hot? Not at all. So experience icon. He's going to have a moderate birdie putt. because it asks if he is icon in a 6. That points to moderate. 1 to 2 misses. So easy par. I'm just kind of doing this by memory at this point. When you played this many holes, you just absorb some of this stuff. There are some things I have to look up about those putts. Like if you're not an icon, sometimes I have to look up and see, or if you are a prospect, because it's just those come up a little less. Here's Ryan. Should we give? No, we're gonna wait for the next hole to give control. Actually, no. Let's do it here. He's not gonna chance the 6. I'm just gonna go ahead and 226. No, it's 26 golf cam course. Par 4 2, green 2, not cordial, not daunting. It's going to be an easy par. And unless he gets 6s, which he doesn't, he burns the red chip without a problem. To 15, par 4, another easy hole. Can Demmelmeyer start to make some way up towards maybe the top 3? He's on course control. 34 is golf cam course. Green 3, neither cordial nor daunting. He needs a clutch putt for par. He either use the blue chip. He wants top 5. He's just going to use the blue chip so he gets the best chance of making his par. 1 to 5. He misses it. He would have lost the chip anyway. Easy bogey, and that's not what you want to do on the way in, especially when your partner's playing so well. Makes you look even worse. Those cameras don't want to show you as much. Especially Demmelmeyer has not had too much camera time. Okay, Granbury. What's he going to do here? 2, 4, 5. Is he a legend? No. That's going to be short game. 5. Soft. He is soft. He's going to have a gimme par. So that he's had that trait come up here. Maybe this is his 3rd time, and it's helped him to avoid some tougher putts. All right, so Granbury, 3 holes away from his 2nd tour victory of the year, and it will prove to me, as I had talked with Larry Rice about, that you can win if you have a lack of the gold putting, but it's pretty tough. But Granbury will do it here, barring some kind of a freak accident. 18th, we did this so that Leonard could try and take control, and he needs to use both. That makes it full daunting, but now he avoids the special little jobber there, and he's not champion or laser, so he could have, usually you would ignore that anyway if you're those, but he's not. 1-1-2 on a par 4. Cold. He's semi-hot, so no, he's not gilded. You would find that under experience. It's the opposite of dynamic. So a moderate birdie putt. 1 to 2, and he would finish at -11, tied with Demmelmeyer for 5th. And it's just offline. And now that will lead to an easy par. 6-6 miss, and he makes it. So 72, even par round for Leonard. He started off a little slowly, got bogeys on 6 and 8 to finish out the front 9 with a 38, but he squares it up on the way in and finishes -10. That'll earn a good paycheck for him. All right, so Yunli Song. Hopefully I can get in on your convo here once I finish up, because I know right now I'm a little distracted. 2-2-6, he gets control. It's what Wallace was hoping for. Yeoman or gilded, and he's neither of those. Champion, he is an easy birdie putt to close out. Can he make the birdie? He would finish at even par as well. 1 to 4, and it's in. So Yunli Song, he finishes tied with Leonard at sixth place. 10 under, even par round. We'll go to 17 for the easy hole. See if Ryan can tie. That's kind of our thing right now is, can Ryan tie Wallace for second? Got a chance here if he gets the right roll. Jae Gun Woo first, though. Jae Gun is at -12. He could cement fourth place, but he gets a 5 and then 34. Ooh, he just crosses the creek and ends up with Golf Cam Course. So he gets away with it. Cordial or Laser? It is Cordial, and also he's semi-laser with the dot. So both of those combined for a clutch birdie. Unfortunately for him, he's semi-rust. He needs a 1 or a 2 to earn a blue chip and not have to worry about disposing a red on 18. Oh, and he gets the worst roll of all. So clutch putt leads to an easy par, which he makes. And now he's going to have to clean up a red on 18. Rogelio Ryan, maybe the last true birdie hole on the course. And it's going to be 3, 4, 5, which is not a birdie roll. That is miscalculated swing. Sends the ball past the green. You wedge it back to the green, but it's a difficult par putt. 1 to 3. And he does make it, so he still has a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance, Earl? Yes, there is a chance. But we're to Granbury and Devilmeyer on 16. It's just a few rolls left to get this completed. Granbury doesn't have any chips, so he needs to hope for a white 4 or a white 6. Oh, he gets the white 4. 3, 4, 6. He'll have control because he is extra control. And extra control means if you get a white 4, it doesn't matter what it says on the hole card. So 3, 4, 6. Bomber or Dynamic. He is semi-dynamic, but the decider die is too bad. So short game chart 4. He's not stone. He has an easy par putt. He will take that. Just wants to keep it between the lines, and he almost misses it. 6, 6 would have been a problem. We got 5, 6, but now Demelmeyer, with 1 chip, he will use it. Take control. See if he can get a birdie here. 1, 2, 2. He's not Duffer and he's not Hacker, so a moderate birdie putt. Can he get another 2 or a 1 on this green die? Nope. Easy par. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We are pretty much on. This is just a formality now. Let's play it out here. 18. How are we going to do this with Woo? Let's do the good old black 6 with a red chip. So you can buy a black 6. And so it's going to be 26 is Golf Cam Course. Green 5. Is it daunting? The decider die tells us it is, so it's going to be a double difficult putt for par. He will lag it. Ooh, and then easy bogey, so the caution symbol doesn't come into play. And that's a bogey. I'm going to say, did I mess up here with this? But I don't think I did. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. He was semi-laser, but wouldn't have made a difference because it was double difficult anyway, so it couldn't get any worse. Okay, Rogelio Ryan needs a birdie to finish tied for 2. And he gets a special result roll, so let's see what happens. Par 4, special result. So you get the special result when you get triples when the golfer has control. And we do consider a white 6 as golfer control. So we will take the white and the black. Roll on level 1, par 4, and 23. That is not good, I don't think. Is out of bounds from the tee. Re-tee, add 2 strokes. Stormy rest around. Well, that is not going to put him into second place. That's going to cost him maybe 2 shots here. So let's re-roll it out. Ryan 12 rough in 2. Now, yeah, just have to remember we have to add 2 strokes to whatever the score is here. Rough in 2, green 5, master. No, he isn't. Difficult putt for par, which this is really a difficult putt for double bogey. 1 to 3, and he misses. So now a moderate putt for triple, and he does make that, but that's a triple bogey, and he is going to drop all the way to -12. He will hang on to third place, barring a birdie somewhere from Demmelmeyer. So 17 and 18 for Granbury, basically a victory lap. Here we go, the par 3 for Granbury, 113. He'll just take anything that comes his way right now. Hacker, no. So moderate birdie putt. Can he get to -22? 1 or 2? It's a 3. Easy par. Good to go. Takes his 3 and runs. Now here's Demmelmeyer. Can he get a birdie? 2, 3, 5. Champion. He is a champion. He has an easy birdie putt. 1 to 4. He will join Rogelio Ryan tied for third, and he gets the worst that it can be. So that was an easy bird. Now a gimme par. 3 sixes would be necessary to miss it. Now we'll finish up at 18. We will go Granbury first. He has the honor. A 4 also gets him control, but it's 3, 45, golf cam course, green 5. It's not daunting. He's not scattered. He has a clutch birdie putt. Now he would earn a red chip here. If he misses, 1 to 3, and he makes it. Gil Granbury with a 65 finishes at -22. That is a 266 total score. Let's get Demmelmeyer out of the way here, and he'll take his par. We don't have to worry about it. So, our results, does it show up the way it's supposed to? No, because I forgot to change this to active. Let's see, will it now? Please cross the fingers. Gil Granbury. Let's see. Gil Granbury is... Why won't this do what it's supposed to do? Maybe I just need to reset this. Okay. Boy, this is not how it's supposed to look. Yikes. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Remove. I'll put it back up here again. There we go. Actually, let's just go ahead and crop it a little bit. And here is tail of the tape. You notice these guys here, Adam Trenchard, Myung Cho. Gonna do my typical, oh wait, I can do it right over here. I'm gonna do my typical cut differential. Gonna make it about 3. They're still gonna end up top 10, but we're just gonna drop. Yeah, we're gonna have to make this 4, really. So this just adjusts the calculations, because I don't like having the guys that were in the other things come up. So here we go. Gil Granbury, 144,864 for Summer. Wait, Summers? He wasn't in it either. See, this is where it gets really wonky. Why is Summers there? Okay, this is messing with me. What is the deal? Heath Summers. Why? because I wrote this in here. That's why. That will do it. That will do it. He isn't supposed to be there. Alright. Okay. Granbury, Wallace, Ryan, Wu, Demelmeyer. Then we got Trenchard here, who's getting in there based on his tournament rating. And I do think I'm going to take this down one more. There we go. Let's get him into -10 figures. So, that is the way it comes out here. I will show you where Emmerich finished because it was, he got a D rating, so he's still gonna, there's Heath Summers. See, what I do is I create templates, and sometimes I forget to delete things that are kind of artifacts. Now, where is Dustin? There you are. 187, 287 -1. I wonder what happens if I change this. Nothing too much. We're just going to leave it like this. So he ends up on the short end of it. Kind of a rough roll there, but I don't think it's a big deal. Let's go ahead and see if when I do my updates on this guy that I can give you guys what it's going to look like after all is calculated. So yeah, so I'll tell you what, the reason that I felt like I really wanted to, I needed to get this done today. I believe either it has been announced or it's going to come out in the newsletter for Play that the next version of this set is going to be out in early November. And boy, this is lagging a little bit. What I usually have to do is put something in, then reopen the thing so then I can authorize it. See, it's having a tough time calculating. So I want this to be done because I want to have a little bit of time to prepare. If this doesn't get done within the next week or two, then I'm gonna I'm liable to just have it hanging around for the next month, and I just kind of need to push and power through. So we're gonna have the Tenacious Championship probably this coming weekend, get it finished, get it all. Okay, this is again where I have to do that, and let's take a look and see if our playoff leaderboard does. So we should have 2 wins for Granbury under playoff points, and he only has one. Oh, this only counts the wins in the playoffs. So there we are. So we're in good shape. So 2,200. Dustin Emmerich has basically won this. 2,000 points are available for a win. So basically, our next tournament is a wash. It's he is going to be the winner of the Tenacious Golf Tour Season 2. As he probably should be. Windy Cindy. I did not mean to do that. But I don't know. I knew a Cindy at one point who was a little bit blah 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 blah. So that's our deal for right now. And I'm going to, sorry, it's just the way it is. Some things will never change. And, oh, don't you believe it. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum, ba-da-bum-bum-bum. I've really started to like Bruce Hornsby a lot more lately. We'll put this up here and we will do that. So, I really like Bruce Hornsby a little bit lately. Back in the 80s, I thought he was just a little boring, you know. nice piano player, and he's kind of got that signature piano sound. You knew when you heard the end of the Innocents from Don Henley that was Bruce Hornsby playing that piano part and everything, just because it just, whatever miking and equalization or whatever you want to call it was done to his piano, it was just a signature sound. And but and I mean, he's a kind of a working man's piano player, of course. Probably my politics and his politics don't get along so well, but hey, that's like most of celebrities. So so Temple of the Shrine, it's a Medina, pretty good course. It's kind of a middle of the road course, not too difficult. You definitely have enough birdie opportunities. We saw, who the heck was it? Who had that real nice 63? It was Wallace, Justin Wallace with a 63. So, and your winner with a 65. So, not too many great scores though. Got a lot of middle of the road stuff. From where Hilldale played in Derby to Homestead, PAs. So you guys are talking about the Negro Leagues, I take it. Yeah, it's interesting how the times change, and obviously for the better. But we we have lots of how it used to be that just some small, I don't want to say small market teams, but teams would just nowadays it's tough to find any new team going into something that's less than a million in their population. And and you look back at the history of the NFL when you had like the Oorang Indians and the a lot of these I'm trying to remember there were lots of small teams from like Ohio and PA. What the Pottsville Maroons, I think, was a football team back in the early 1900s. Jim Thorpe may have played for them, but I think he played for a different team that was in that area, which they ended up naming a town. I think paying him so that they could use his name for the town, Jim Thorpe. It's a county seat in, I believe, maybe Carbon County, but I mean it's all for the better. We have a free country. We need to have a free country. We need to have people be able to speak out. I mean, but right now, we've just allowed it into a place that's really, it's really tough to explain. There's no real great side to all of this. And I'm just of the feeling that we're kind of all in a very, very similar boat. Like 95% of us, 90% of us are in a very, very, very similar boat, and it's tough for us all to get on the same page because we get distracted with issues that are really not very immediately impactful to our day-to-day existence. But that's not to say that it doesn't happen to people. But I guess that's just what I say. That I think we can understand that some people have it worse than we do. There are others that have it better than we do. At some point in our country's history, I think we did as much as, back in those times, minorities didn't get the fair shake. I feel like at this point, it would be nice to see minorities and the the majority, quote unquote, let's just say all of this. I think under the right circumstances, we all could flourish right now if we were allowed to be of one mind as a extremely large voting bloc, which are in a very similar position. But they won't. It won't. It won't happen. So anyway, that's about as far as I want to go politically. So Canton Bulldogs, yeah. I mean, there's that too. I mean, I don't know. I'm not real versed on the old time NFL. I am a little. I'm also. I'm a like today. I mean, I'm quite happy because my team has a quarterback now that looks like he's relatively talented. Seems like it's clicking for him and all that stuff. But I don't like the fact that, there's going to be a team. There's always going to be a team that becomes the team like the Giants, who invest a lot of money in a guy like Saquon Barkley. That guy in another era would be a monster, but they've tricked up the league in such a way that now you just absolutely have to have a quarterback who can run the game completely and pass for 450 yards 2 or 3 times a season, maybe more, in order to win, because the rules are not enforced the way they used to be. I think they've tried to compete with the up and down NBA. They want it to be an up and down league. They want it to be throw, throw, throw. You get it at the 25 and you take it in 5 plays down to the 1. And then the other team gets it the same thing. I think they want basketball on a 100-yard football field. And I think it's sad that there is very little tactical disparity anymore, because it's if you throw, you win. If you want to play ground and pound, you're going to lose. You're going to go 6-10. Maybe you can get to 500. The Bills were in that boat 5 years ago with Rex Ryan. He even used the term ground and pound. I want to go back to Cookie Gilchrist. Looky, there goes Cookie. Yeah. And guess what? It led them to 8-8. That's about all you can get on a ground and pound offense. It's someone maybe at some point will say, hey, we need to find a way to balance it out. But I don't think so. I think when you've got TV, they want to see, passing, and you'll never see a Gale Sayers or Walter Payton again. You'll never see a John Riggins. You'll never see. Trying to think of who. Some of the, Jim Brown, obviously. All those guys that were just Franco Harris, big time, top 5 draft class type running backs. You're just. You take that, you might as well just send yourself to the first pick in the draft in 3 years. You'll just turn it right back around, because that guy is either going to get hurt or your team is just going to be bad and you're going to have to abandon anything like that. Or, they can tailor it that way. You play the run. Emmitt Smith for sure. Thurman... I love Thurman, but I also think he wasn't. I don't think Emmitt or Thurman are your. I don't consider them to be your workhorse back like OJ was, like John Riggins. Those guys just, they'd run it 40 times a game. uh, and you weren't gonna get. I mean, you get Thurman 20 probably 25. Emmett he could run 30 for sure, but I don't know. It was just a different era, and the Giants of the Bill Parcells era were the beginning of the end of the run first NFL, because they basically showed you just get 3 specialist running backs. You can have they had Otis Anderson. He could pound the heck out of the ball. He would do it. But, you would then get a Dave Meggett, and he would be your third down guy. And so Otis Anderson wouldn't hit anywhere close to 2,000 yards in a season. And he was okay with that because he was getting paid a good salary. But, it just... I mean, maybe it will swing back if defenses get so far towards having your nickel as your base package, where I don't see it happening, because I think they've made it so that the defensive backs and linebackers covering players as they go out, they are not allowed to be physical with them whatsoever. Not to mention, you're not allowed to be physical with the quarterback. So you've basically given your defensive lineman an impossible task, which is go in there, you can hit the quarterback, but you better not land on him. You better not hit him anywhere above the shoulders or below the knees. You can't. So what happens if you are trying to reach for him and he's backing away and you get at his knees and you take, then there's a flag on you and you didn't intend to. Or if you're running towards him and whatever, his follow through, he kind of ducks his head a little bit and your helmet ends up clinking his, then here's another flag. It's like, it's just an impossible game right now because the quarterback is so protected and the receiving game is so protected. It didn't used to be that way. You used to have he hears footsteps when he comes across the middle, alligator arms. You just don't have it anymore because crossing, anyway. So I'm just going on. So golf. Let's get back to this. I just got off on a tangent and it's fine. So this coming weekend we will rock out the final round of the final tournament in the season 2. Again, PNG set I think is going to be coming out in early November. So anybody who likes to play that or is interested based on seeing what I've done, you should be able to grab it in a month and a half. And obviously they have all their other golf sets if you want those. So, but I want to get through this, and that way I can try and focus on getting my baseball finished up. But it's back to work tomorrow, so that's good. But it's also it means the weekend has flown by as usual, and when you spend 3 of those hours watching football and 2 more of them like half stewing and half glowing in the result, like I did today, because they won, but it was not clean, and it was definitely a game where it's one of those games where the NFL had to get the line. They had to get it within the line. They needed to get it close. They needed to make sure that it was a last set. They brought the teams. Buffalo was way ahead. A couple of bad calls. I've never seen a call where a guy catches it, goes to the ground. The defender has a hold of the ball, but the receiver has it. They go to the ground, and they call it an interception. It was a complete. They wanted to make it close. Maybe they needed The over line, I don't know. But whatever it is, it was ugly, and the NFL just won't do anything about it because that's what they're all about, is jacking with the things. So some of us are not easy to change to this new era, me included. Yeah, well, why? I don't know. The more that we go away from the way it used to be, then the more that you will not see a guy like Bernie Kosar, who he was a good passer, not a great passer, but they were able to do it because they were a complete team. You just can't see it. You don't see as many complete teams anymore without the quarterback. With just a good to better than good quarterback. You've got to be almost top 5 in order to have a chance to win the Super Bowl anymore. So, anyway, good night, guys. Hit like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll get some baseball at some point this week, one of these nights. And, yeah, keep rolling. Good night, everybody. Hope your weekend was good. Enjoy your week coming forward, Monday, Tuesday, and I'll see you soon. Gil Granbury is your winner. And a good time for him. He's going to crack into the top 10 for sure in the cut points with Dustin Emmerich. Basically your winner now. See you soon.